Hello people, Freeman here. Today I'm going to be sharing my 7 years experience of playing Warthunder. I have over 27k mission complete and I'm going to give my top 5 tips for tank realistic. This video will be preparing you for tier 2. This tip is going to be general knowledge on what to do and what to expect once you reach tier 2. So let's go on with it. Now for my first tip, I highly recommend you guys to know where the gunners are. So this guy is the gunner. Like, taking out the gunner is like a key to winning majority of battles, or taking out the breach or the barrel. If you can't get the barrel, because the barrel sometimes is such a small target, or if you can't hit the breach, you have to go for the gunner. Taking them out, meaning you will not get hit anymore, or take any damage, or unnecessary damage. But the funny thing is, majority of nations, all the gunners from tier 2 to tier 5, so if I say tier 2 to 5, from tier 2 to 3 to tier 5 are all gonna be at the right side. Majority of the tanks. And with that idea of knowledge, you can carry over with your gameplay. See, like the Stug gunner is on the right side. Even the British tank, the gunner is on the right side. The Russian KB-1, right side. And the same thing applies for Panzer IVs, the Panzer IIIs, and also Tiger 2s and Tiger H1s. All the gunners are gonna be on the right side. The only exception, there are a few tanks that are exception. Those are the Shermans. The Shermans, for some reason, the gunners are on the left side. See? He's on the left side. All the Sherman tanks from the US Tech Tree are all gonna be to the left side of the turret. Like, if I look at the Jumbo, X-Ray, it's on the left side. So why am I telling this? I'm gonna say this again. Imagine you're in a fight. Imagine you're like fighting a Jumbo and you are in a Panther. And instead of, if you aim here, sometimes the shrapnel from the German Panther gun might not go through enough. It might not destroy the gunner. See this? Sometimes, just saying sometimes, just like RNG. Just like RNG sometimes, where the gunner survived. So what happened when the gunner survived? He's gonna shoot the gun. That's why, like, memorizing where the gunners are very important. We can go to Italy. Even Italy tanks, the gunner is on the right side for this P40. But for certain vehicles, like example the M43, the gunner is on the left side. Because they don't have a gunner, they have a loader, they have a driver, but they have a commander. The commander can also become a gunner when there's no gunner at all. So this tip will help you play tier 2 by knowing every tank's gunner is going to be on the right side. Every T-34 gunner is going to be on the right side. Every Churchill gun is going to be in the right side. And all the KB-1B is going to be the right side. For my second tip, I highly recommend you bring HE shell. So what are HE shells? They're shells that are just high explosive. They don't have much penetration, but what you use them for is for light vehicles. You can't use normal APC-BC rounds on light vehicles that don't have any armor. Like, majority of them are going to be half-tracks, AAs, or cars, or anything that doesn't have any armor. If you use like normal shells, like APC-BC shells, those that hits and explodes up, they don't explode because your shell needs a certain amount of armor to detonate the HE inside of it. So it just goes through and goes out, just like a normal bullet. So nothing happens. But compared to HE shells, anything they hit, they just blow up. And you want that. Because if you don't have that, the certain vehicles are just going to survive multiple shells and they're just going to run away. You can see in the gameplay, I'm just destroying the half-track with just one shot with HE. Instead of like using APC-BC, the round that normally I use on majority of tanks, that would take a while to kill, I can just use one HE shell and it's the end of them. Because it produces what we call in the game called overpressure. That's the mechanic in the game. And that's what you need to learn from tier 2. And over time, it's going to be having bigger HE shells. Like once you reach top tier, you can take out bigger tanks, even medium tanks. Oh, and make sure you bring 5 HE shells. That's all you need. Just 5 HE shells. Now for my next tip, tip 3, I recommend you guys bring few ammo as possible. So if I go X-ray right here, see all this? These are all ammo racks. So ammo racks are where all the ammo is stored. So if a single shrapnel hit it or a bullet hits it, your whole tank is gonna go boom and your turret's gonna go fly to the moon. To prevent this, if I go to test drive, I want to bring as few ammo as possible. So the safe number is to bring only 25 rounds. But I like to bring this much. Bring some HE shell, bring some APCR, bring some smoke shell, and bring the main round, the APC BC round, take out other tanks. So if I go to the test range, you'll see some difference between to the X-ray on top of the menu to the X-rays on in the testing range. That's my ammo rack. See the little thing over here? That's my ammo rack. That's it. That's all I have. So you can use this a big advantage on upper tier levels of the game. Like once you reach tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, whatever tier, the fewer the ammo you bring, the higher the survivability you're gonna have. So that's something to take note on from moving forward to the higher tiers of the game. And here's some example. Like if you bring too much ammo, you might even become a bomb in the game. I have some gameplays like example this is my Asus 57. I am literally close to the M10 and I shoot my gun and I go kaboom, because that guy, that dummy, the M10 brought too much ammo, and since he brought too much of ammo, he became a bomb. Now for my fourth tip, I highly recommend learning different kind of markers, because communication is key in this game. Learning different kind of markers or how to use them is a key way to like work with your team to win the game. So the first marker I'm going to talk about is the death note. So when you shoot someone and they're gone, they're dead, they're destroyed, you get this skull symbol. This represents they're dead. This is the easiest marker. This is a new thing they added and it's really cool. It made it visually easy to understand who is dead and who is not. So that's one of the markers in the game. So the next marker we're going to talk about is the hit mark. So the hit marker is when you shoot your machine gun, shoot your machine gun or shoot your gun, it represents, or even artillery, I forgot, even artillery, it represents that target has been hit. And it doesn't mean it took any damage, it only means it got hit by a machine gun, alerting your friendlies that there's a guy over there. And now for the next marker is the ping marker. The ping marker is a way for you to like ping in the map. If you hold Alt and you can drag your mouse freely now and you go to your map, you can start clicking around in the map to say over here, alert here, and all that stuff. It's in the ground, you can't properly see it, but when you're in the air, it's like a different visual effect. You can use it from friendlies to give you general direction of where the enemy is. It's really useful. And now for the next one is the scout marker. So what's a scout marker, you say? Scout is ability for certain light vehicles to scout the target, alerting everyone there's a target there, and it stays there for a while. And for that duration of time, everybody will know. And it's usually an eye. You can see it's like literally eye, and that represents that scouted. The target is scouted. Oh, and also, if the scout target gets destroyed, you get like extra SL, a little bit of RP. Plus, on top of that, if it gets destroyed, you have a less spawn point requirement to spawn a plane. So it makes plane spawn cheaper. So it's just wonderful way to get the plane a lot faster beginning of the game. Now for the final marker is the yellow marker. The yellow marker can only be seen by your squad members. So people who are green are your squad members, can only see them, not your teammates. Your teammates are generally blue colored. And this marker, compared to all the other markers, is precise. If you don't know, the scout and the hit markers and even pinging on the map are not precise areas. Like, they're not exactly where the tank is, the enemy tank is, if we point at it. But the yellow marker in the plane, like imagine if you're 4 people with you, is always precise. As long as your teammate ping at the right position, that's where it is. And with that, you can make blind shots. Plus, it makes communication easier. Like before, you have to identify where the target is, like he's in the left right building or something like that. It's so hard to communicate. But with this yellow marker, it's really easy to say where the enemy is. And that's why it's absolutely broken. And to get this, all you need to do is set it up. To set it up, you need to go to Control, Common, Set Target for Squadron. Set Target for Squadron is the one that you need to change the key to. Mine is E. I put mine as E because that's what I like. You can choose whatever you want. So now for my 5th tip, I'm going to be talking about crew points. So this is what you call crew XP points. So over the time you play Warthunder, where you like play matches, you get XP for your crew as well. Not just for your research for your vehicles, but for your crew. So with your crew XP, you can make your stuff for the crew members a lot better. So I'm gonna give an example of the tank loader. The tank loader, the weapon reload speed, reloads the speed of your main gun. So you can see the base. The base is like the average amount is 7.67 seconds. So the total is like it affects your crew points over here, and also crew point on your qualification. So what's the maximum you can get is 5.9 seconds. But to get the 5.9 seconds, you have to qualify your crew. And to qualify a crew, you can buy it, but I don't recommend buying a crew unless you have a lot of SL. And then acing your crew. But there's like a free way to get ace, is simply playing the tank so much that you accumulate RP points that you get the free ace for your vehicle. That's how I got for my KB1B. So I got a completely ace crew for my KB1B by just playing it. Same thing for my Churchill, same thing for my T-34. But what if you don't have like an expert or ace crew? So this is what it looks like. To get this, you have to upgrade to qualify to expert. Then over time you play the game, you can get either a free ace by just playing the vehicle over and over again, or by purchasing it with Golden Eagle. But that's not important. What important is where you put your crew points. So the number one thing you want to put your crew point is targeting. It's the it's like the speed of your rotation speed to the target. And also the vertical speed. So this is the most important. Like the faster you move your turret to the target, the faster you can destroy the target. The second one is for your tank loader. It's going to be your weapon reload speed. So the weapon reload speed is how fast you can load your gun. Duh, right? So let me explain what it says. Like the base is the average. The total is that combines everything together. So the top is 5.9 seconds. So 5.9 seconds is the maximum reload speed I can get for this vehicle. So you need to get this. And the third thing you should get is leadership. So the leadership affects everything by 10%. Your driving, your targeting, your range finding, your weapon reload speed, everything. And the fourth skill that I highly recommend is field repair. So what does field repair do? Field repair increases the speed of how you repair your vehicle. Like your gun is out, the more you have like on field repair, the faster it will be repaired. But here's the thing. Field repair goes everywhere. From driver, to the gunner, to tank commander, to tank loader, even the radio operator. And this stuff you don't need to know. Like logistics service is not that important, so I don't recommend getting it. So that's all. Those are the 5 tips I'm gonna give for Warthunder for now. Maybe in the future I'll make more tip video explaining advanced functions in the game for like higher tiers. So thanks for watching everybody, and have a great day.